The next tool I'm going to share with you is the pencil tool. This is F10 on the keyboard, and there are lots of options for the pencil tool. There's freehand, there's line, there's triangle, there's square, there's random, there's parabolic, and there's S-curve. Now, you might be thinking, where am I going to use a pencil? As you can see, I'm clicking and drawing away, and nothing is happening. The pencil tool is most useful for adding automation nodes. So I'm just going to quickly, we can go here and we can choose volume, pan, mute, choose volume. To get to this quickly, so just the minus button will bring you up to the volume automation lane. So we can see my volume lane here, and I can just click and draw away. Whee! And that will render in these little tiny nodes. Now to delete a node, you can turn the pencil round and you can use the rubber and you can click the little nodes away. So this is freehand. This allows me to draw whatever I want, however I want. The different options are line, and that will just draw straight lines. You can obviously change the angle of them, but they are straight lines. The next option is triangle, and you can make your triangles bigger or smaller by dragging your cursor up or down. That puts in triangles, and I believe that those are spaced at the grid value. Square, again spaced at the grid value, so if I make the grid value larger, my squares will be at the same grid value. So that's square. This random, now this is good if you're doing some sound design, because it just does whatever it wants. You can get some really cool choppy effects if I put that in, as you can see. And then we've got parabolic and S-curve. But I'm going to go back to freehand, and I'm going to share with you something that you can do other than automation when it comes to the freehand pencil tool. So let's just delete that automation. And I'm going to raise the waveform by using Command and Alt and close square bracket, or Control and Alt and close square bracket. I'm just going to increase the waveform height. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and let's have a little look here. I'm going to zoom in to the point that this becomes an actual thin line. Now I'm now going to jump into my pencil tool, freehand, and I'm just going to redraw the waveform. And we can actually get rid of clicks in this way. Now you've got to be really careful and considerate of this, because as you can see, there's quite a steep little notch it's put in. It's not perfect, but if you're in a bit of a pickle and you want to get rid of a really naughty sounding click or a pop, you can go in and you can draw them out, and you can get some really good results with this. So that is the pencil tool, F10 on the keyboard.